Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video, I want to talk about why you shouldn't want to get a beard and hair transplant all at once, using the same donor zone for this, and why I think this is a strategy that only a very small niched group of individuals can ever get away with. Group of individuals who has no beard and has receding hairline and wants to fix all these things at once. And in this video, I obviously will give you some strong arguments as to why this shouldn't become a mainstream trend. So before we start with this video, make sure you like it right now. Smash that like button if you're enjoying these regular hair loss, hair transplant, beard transplant related updates from me coming on this channel. And before we start with the video, this video has been brought to you by GoFiber, which are hair building fibers you can use to mask any thinning or patchy areas on your scalp to make your hair look thicker and better. So make sure you check out the link in the video description below where you can visit GoFiber, get a free sample of your choice from them and try them out. See if you like them. Hey, welcome back to the channel once again. Good to see you. My name is Matt and I'm your host on this channel where I'm heavily discussing topics like hair loss reversal, how to prevent your hair loss, how to catch it early on and treat it with proven treatments so you are not gonna go the bald guy for life route, but you can do something about it and then eventually get that hairline to the next level with a hair transplant, which is something that I'm discussing on this channel as well. How to maximize your hair transplant success, how to get the best result and find the best doctor for it. So if you're interested in learning more about these topics, you should subscribe. You should be already subscribed and hit the bell as well. Now let me talk about why getting a hair transplant and beard transplant using the same donor area for it like Floyd Mayweather isn't a good idea and why I think it shouldn't become the mainstream normal. Let's talk about the problems right now. So the limitation of this approach would be that it will speed up you running out of your donor. You know how hard it is not to run out of donor hair eventually. Any guy or almost every guy will run out who decides to get a hair transplant early on while his hair loss may not be even stabilized properly and whatnot. Now, when you get a beard transplant, that will speed up that running out of the donor hair process even further because you will require maybe from 1,000 to another 4,000 grafts for the beard. Depends on if you want to like fill out some patchy areas or you have no beard at all, then you will probably require from 3,000 to 4,000 grafts is some cases I have seen. And this will speed up that chance of running out of the donor hair. And that's a big risk. You need to really decide what you want to prioritize. You want to prioritize you having beard or you want to prioritize you having solid hair for as many years as possible. So that's the trade-off you want to do. It's very hard to have both unless you are already a guy like Floyd Mayweather. Maybe he's like 44, I think, so he's like mid 40s already, and this is the time when he gets his first hair transplant and beard transplant, and he hasn't even receded so much in his life. And his dad, he still had like decent hair. He still has like decent hair with 69 or 70, I think. So this is somebody who could get away with that approach. So he's definitely older than the target audience or the guys that are usually kind of interested in these in this combination of beard and hair transplant in one go that I'm seeing online especially. Alright guys, so this gentleman got what, maybe 2,500 grafts for the hairline, because also partially his temples have been also restored, so let's say 2,500, and the beard must have been at least another 3,000, maybe even 3,500. So that makes it almost 6,000 grafts. So 6,000 grafts would be already by an average donor area easily 30 to 35% donor area depletion, if not 40%. I mean, total donor area depletion. That means you go maybe 10% more onto 50% and you shouldn't harvest anymore, because then it's going to be 60% depleted and it's going to be already very visible to the naked eye. Even people who don't know anything about hair restoration, they will notice that something weird about the donor. So with this guy, it's already high risk and he doesn't look so old. But what I try to say, the beard will stay like this for years, but his hairline will regress further. I mean, the thing behind his transplanted zone will keep on receding, and I don't know how many grafts he will have left. Maybe another 2,000, maybe another 2,500 if he's lucky. So I don't know whether he's on treatment or not, but this is a very short-term strategy where you enjoy great hairline and full beard, but be be 100% sure that with over time the beard will stay, but the hairline will keep on regressing. And yeah, if it's a short-term strategy, if you are about to get a wedding or some other special moment of your life where you want to look the best, then do it, but be also prepared for this thing not to look as great maybe just 5 years later because of that next future thinning on the mid-scalp and crown, and you already depleted 40% or close to 40% of your total donor area hair. This is again another example, where the guy gets maybe not so many grafts transplanted, but also he decides to get temples already with the first session. I don't know, he also looks very young. I wouldn't do it. This is another guy who decides to get both in one session. Again, quite risky in my opinion. You see these white dots, these are the areas where from where the hair was extracted. And again, I think he has already depleted quite a bit of the donor for what? Beard and a little bit of here on the hairline, so in case he becomes like Norwood 4, he's already gonna struggle with keeping up with that recession with this existing donor. If he's gonna turn into Norwood 5, hopefully not in the future, he'll probably already run out. So yeah, this is the problem. If you do this, you need to pray not to become like more than like, I don't know, Norwood 3 or Norwood 4 already. You're already pretty much screwed, unfortunately. Yeah. Limitation number 2 of this approach, using the scalp grafts for the beard. What you don't necessarily want is to use like double or triple grafts producing 2 or 3 hairs from the scalp on your beard, because your beard naturally doesn't have so many of them. Actually, 80 to 90% of all of your beard hairs are just follicles producing one single hair. On occasion, you find one that produces 2, but usually it's just 1. And if you just use doubles and triples, which are actually commonly found in the donor, then you just waste that good graft, which could have provided nice coverage on the scalp once it sprouts into double and triple hair. You waste that graft on the beard where it's not really necessary, where it would have been much better if the doctor just splits that triple graft into singles and gets 3 grafts more instead of placing this triple follicle on one spot. So for beard, it's much more crucial to have many different incisions, or as many incisions as possible, and place as many singles into these incisions as possible to get that nice full beard and also coverage. Alright guys, to make this point more clear to you, I'd like to share with you this comparison. On the left you can see a medium transplanted density from 35 to 45 grafts per square centimeter, and I choose the 35, and on the right we can see 60 to 80, and I chose 60 for the calculation I'm about to share with you. All of you guys will probably agree with me if I say that if the doctor transplants only 35 grafts per square centimeter on the scalp, but he will use multiple triple grafts for that, he will get 150 hairs growing on that square centimeter once the transplanted hair grows, assuming there will be maximum survival of 100%. On the right, however, he will transplant 60 grafts per square centimeter, which is much higher density, but unfortunately only single grafts will be transplanted. And that will provide only a hair coverage of 60 hairs per square centimeter compared to 150 here. Despite the lower transplanted density on the scalp, you can achieve much better hair coverage here if you use multiple grafts compared to here. However, the opposite is true when doing beard hair restoration. As you can see on this beard here, when the beard hair will be kept shorter, nobody will really notice whether it's a double or triple graft in the beard, but it's going to be very important to have as many follicles densely implanted per each square centimeter as possible. In fact, if you have a lot of doubles and triple grafts in the beard, which naturally are occurring in the beard only up to 20% of all the beard grafts, if there are too many, it can actually look pluggy and unnatural, as some of the beard transplants I'm gonna show you later in this video. Alright, now that you know that for a more natural and fuller looking beard transplant, also when the beard will be trimmed shorter, it's better to transplant as many follicles as possible on a square centimeter area of your beard. Why many clinics are not doing doing this and splitting grafts into singles and transplanting them on the beard in very high densities? Well, simply because it's very expensive and it's going to be really time consuming. They need special equipment like stereo microscopes, and they need to have a specialist who knows how to safely dissect these grafts and how to do it with least possible transection and stuff like that. And that's why they rather use doubles and triples and only transplant it in a moderate density on the beard. But this is not going to yield optimal results, as you already know. Plus, it's going to make the donor area lose these precious doubles and triples much faster. These doubles and triples that could have been used rather for the receding scalp, where they actually would have been used more optimally because of that additional coverage that a double or a triple or multiple graft is providing. You need to dissect these grafts and come onto like higher numbers of these single grafts overall, which can be then implanted. And if you dissect these grafts, you are just inflating the overall graft number, but you're not inflating the hair number, which you don't want to inflate, because here the hair coverage is not so important as graft coverage. You want to have as many just grafts popping. You don't really want to have like doubles and triple hairs popping from the beard, because it's not gonna be as important with facial hair. For all of you guys that watch my videos and beard related videos, you know that I got a beard transplant, but only 500 grafts to fill out these areas, and the hair was used from the underneath my chin. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Yes, I would like to have a fuller beard, but not at the expense of my donor hair from the scalp, because for me, like my hair is more important to me than the facial hair. Be careful and be aware at the same time of this phenomenon that is going on with some clinics offering beard and hair transplantation at the same time. Ask them how they are gonna do the beard. You know, are they gonna split some of the doubles and triples from your donor, or they're just gonna take them out and transplant them on the beard as they get them? So this is also something that you need to be aware of if you want to, you know, have a good beard, but also keep up with that future hair loss regression in the future with next hair transplants. So we want to save as much as the donor as possible. So that was it for this video. Once again, thank you so much for being here with me, liking this video, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Take care.